So in this section, we will face the all the popular games, okay, and that games is depends on the selection of the genre. Okay, if you select the action, then obviously this popular game will update with the all the games with the action category. Okay, so let's go to our application, and in the global API we have to use this endpoint called slash games. Okay, also just pass the key, and we have to pass the genre id as well. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm writing this particular endpoint with the passing the id of the genre. Okay, and I'm just attaching like this. Okay, make sure you will export this one. Okay, and once you export, you can use it anywhere throughout the application. Now go to the components and create another file called games by genre id dot jsx. Okay, and here add the default template. So we have to fetch the all the genera. Okay, so what you have to do, go to the home jxx, and where we will use to fetch the information. Okay, here we all already fetching the game list. Also we will fetch it from here only. Okay, so create another method called constant and say get game list by genre id. Okay, and this is arrow function. Obviously we are passing the id here. Okay, and here we will fetch the um, game list by genre id. Okay, so just implement the global api and the genre id. Okay, so right now I will put a default as a 4, then response and the function. Okay, now let's print the value whatever we are getting. So obviously we have to fetch it like this. Okay, so we only want the result. So response dot data dot result, and we will get the list of games. Okay, I'm passing this genre id as a default one. Let's see what genre id we have, and we will pass one of them. So if you go back here, okay, and go back to our application, just go to inspect panel, go to the console, and somewhere here we have list of genre. Okay, so for example at the top we have this four means the action. Okay, and that id I'm passing. Make sure we will also calling this function in use effect. Okay, and then save it. Okay, and you will see game list by genre id. Okay, and save it. Now if you go back here, clean the console. So let's refresh once and see if you are getting any error. So we got the one error called exhaust is not defined, right? So if you go back in global api, so we want exo create like this. Okay, the spelling was incorrect, and if I refresh this, let me refresh it again, and you will see the game list by genre id, and we are getting the list of all the games which is related to the selected genre id. Right now we are passing 4, right, which is the action one. Okay, and we are getting the same list of object that we are getting from the for the trending games. Okay, now we are able to successfully fetch uh, the game list by genre id. Now we have to store that one, so that let's define one constant, and we'll say game list here again, and just say set game list. Oh sorry, not here. So in home jxx. Okay, game list by genre. Okay, so and here you have to say set game list by genre id. Okay, and use state. Initially I will pass empty array. Okay, and in order to set the value for the game list by genre, you have to use set game list by genre and pass this value. Okay, and save it. Now we have the list of genre, right? Now we have to pass this game list by genre to this game list by genre component, right? So what I will do, define, so add the component here. So games by genre id, and here you will pass this uh, genre. Okay, the game list by genre. So I'll put like this. Let's put game list only, and the value is different. Okay, and here you have to accept it. Okay, just game list. Now in order to check whether we are getting or not, just do the use effect. Okay, and pass the empty array console.log. You can let game list and then game list. Okay, save it. Let's go back to our application, and if you see, we are getting the game list. You see this one, right? And which is in the game by genre id component. Okay, and we are getting all the list. Perfect. So we are able to successfully fetch the game list by genre, okay, in a home component, and then we are storing it, and then we are passing it to the game by genre id. Okay, now what will happen here, sometimes this will take some time to load it, right? And before that it will execute this function. So you can add another operation called and you can also wait to load the game list by genre. Okay, so you can again put like condition like this is greater than 0. Okay, so that once you have all the data like all game list and game list by genre, then only uh, you will see this all this information. Okay, this is how it works. So I hope you understand how to fetch the data now. Next we will implement and show the list of games by genre. Okay.